Oh. Anyways, I didn't mean to like delay the episode, but I'm gonna try to do it now. Okay, so today's episode on Brockport is called One Hit Wonder. Well, y'all will understand what that means. If you know, you know, for the people who I went to Brockport with. But basically, okay, so this is how it like actually all started. I don't know. So I was scheduled to go to Brockport, I would say like in March, and I didn't know anybody. Like people that I seen, I didn't know them. It was my first time. I'm mad nervous. But overall it was like a good experience. But there was some issues that was going on. Like there's a lot that happened that one night, and less than like 24 hours we all just like stopped talking. So I'm in the back of the bus, you know, I gotta represent Rosa Parks and more importantly see China, because
I'm pegging that man at the back of the bus.
But so I'm in the bus, and you know it's like a 7-hour trip over there, so there was like 2 rest stops, and low-key I felt weird because I didn't know anybody and I had to talk to people, and I was like, I didn't want to do that at all. But then I got my click or whatever, and then it was just, you know, like it was just a lot that happened. But you know, let's just get straight to it. So when we got to Brockport, it was just like an overview of like the whole campus. We got a tour. Some people who was in EOP, which is like a program where like you go to college for free, but then you get money back. So I was part of that, so we had to like go to certain places. And when we met, I probably made like about 2 or 3 friends as I was like going in there. Like I made like 3 friends as I was going to okay, so I made 3 friends as I was going to see like the view, like not the view, but like, you know, the whole school. And we started to eat, we started to go to lunch, and I seen some people, there was like a lot of people there, and then people kept looking at me, and you know how young people look at me, I'd just be like, what the fuck you looking at, nigga? So then we had another activity was scheduled like around 6 o'clock. That's when I met more friends. We was playing Uno, laser tag, mini golf, or whatever. But I would say the hotels, yo, that hotel shit was messy. I went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, but here is why. Already off the bat, I had a solo room. I was the only person on the trip that had a solo room. Came in 2 big beds, a TV or whatever, and you know, I was literally enjoying life. Like I felt like I was doing nothing for free. Like, so you know me, I'm taking a shower, like, you know, charging stuff or whatever, and I get a text from the group chat, because we made a group chat. It's called Brockpussy. If y'all know, it's called Brockpussy. So as I got a message, it was like, oh, what we doing after? And we couldn't really go outside because where we was at, it was already dark, and it was like the hotel was there, but there was like mad trees and everything. So I was like, the next freaking like food spot was like a mile away, and we had to walk there. So there was like, oh, by a certain time you're not allowed to leave the hotel or whatever. And cool, I was like, okay, I got my food or whatever. And then some people text me talking about something we're doing after. I said, oh, I don't know. And they was like, oh, can we go to your room because you have the soul room or whatever? And I was like, you know, I took a shower and everything, and I told them they could come in. At first it was supposed to be 3 people, but then it turned out to be like 25 people. Like that room was packed as fuck. But over time, like, you know, people brought food, was not drinking, God forbid. We was eating, we was shaking ass, we was listening to music, we was chilling and everything. You know, we trying to like have a good click or whatever. Say after about, you know, like 10, 11 o'clock-ish, people started going to bed because we had to wake up like around 8 o'clock. But then we was like, oh, there was these 2 people on that trip that I was like, something's gonna go on to. And if you know, you know. But there was like 2 or 3 people that I noticed that was like a little fishy, but that's not even the whole brunt of what actually happened that night. So me and my homegirl Kaylee, love you Kaylee, we was going like to get something from the lobby because they had like snacks and everything for us. Whole time the lobby's empty, like there's nobody in the front desk, there's nobody outside. Like we closed the door every round, but there was still cameras, so I feel like people was watching us. And we seen 2 people go in a room together. I'm not saying who those 2 people are because they already know, but we seen those 2 people walk in, and 10 minutes later I come back in and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Because I hear my giggling. They was like, oh, I'm not doing anything whatsoever. I was like, okay. I think you already know where I'm gonna go with this. Me, Kaylee, and like 5 other girls in my room, and then we all just like staying here silent. Then we hear something from the wall, and we go to that room. Well, we didn't go to the room. Like, we was just like eavesdropping, and then we actually heard those two fucking. In like in the room, and I was like, bro, are you serious? Like, it's not that necessary. And then that was when we was all like, bro, like, I was even at a loss for words. Like, if they recorded my reaction, I couldn't even breathe. And then the crazy part is, they was doing that when the person who was coordinating this whole trip was like right next to them. So I'm like, can she not hear this? Because we was all being loud. We were shaking ass. We was in the hallways playing ding dong ditch. Like, so we hear that, and we was all like, oh, what happened? Because she came in, was like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh, nothing. So, you know, I'm bored. So we all play a game of truth or dare on my phone. And then one of the questions was like, have you ever had sex in a room? And she got mad at me because I made the question up when the whole time these questions are automated. You can't make those questions up at all. So I'm like, go figure. Why would they give me a question or whatever? 1 o'clock in the morning, they started to fall asleep, and then that's when I started to like calm down because it was like a mess in my room. There was food everywhere, and like, you know, I had to clean up and I didn't want to like leave and then leave the shit messy. But I would say 6:30 in the morning, I wake up because, you know me, I'm an early riser. So what happened was we were supposed to go to the campus because we were supposed to get our it was like a paper, but it was just like what was like your major, and then they have to like put you in a different major that you was at. We all had to split up for like a good 5 hours, and then my friend Stacy got sick, so it was kind of bad because like she was like the person that uplifted the group. I'm mad that you're not going to Brockport. But overall, I would say after that one incident, like after that shit that happened in the hotel room the night prior, people was acting different. Like, there's people who was talking to each other that are not talking to each other, and people who aren't talking to each other are. And I low-key was like, the whole atmosphere, like the day when we left to go to Brockport, it was just quiet, but then we all started talking, all that click. The one going back, everybody started talking to each other. There was a point in time where we took pictures and everything. Y'all won't see my post, but like, even Pink Mango liked it. But it was just like a fun experience. I mean, my brother told me, like, once I go to college, stuff like that is gonna happen a lot, and I wasn't gonna believe it. But yeah, that's all about one hit wonder right there. The next episode is gonna be okay. Episode 2 is gonna be titled X's and O's. I don't know when that's coming out because I'm really busy. But yeah. If I had to go back in time, I would definitely go back because that was actually fun, but it left me some haunting things that I still remember to this day, but whatever.
You don't tell me to calm down when it's my fucking money.